When a man loves you, it's not just about gestures or words. It's about something deeper, something that goes beyond the surface. It's about trust, vulnerability, and a willingness to show up, even in the hardest times. In today's world, we often mistake love for convenience, for temporary excitement. But true love is a commitment that transcends the fleeting moments. When a man loves you, he chooses you, not just in the easy moments, but in the challenging ones. He doesn't just focus on the things that are visible or easy to admire. He invests in who you are at your core, understanding that growth and support happen over time. A man who truly loves is someone who nurtures your strengths and acknowledges your weaknesses. Without judgment, he sees you not just for the person you present to the world, but for the person you are when no one else is watching. When a man loves you, he doesn't make promises he cannot keep. His actions speak louder than words. And when he says something, you can trust that it's coming from a place of deep understanding and respect. His love is a foundation, not a superficial connection built on expectations, but on mutual respect and shared goals. When a man loves you, the commitment he shows you is not dependent on convenience or ease. It's not about whether the relationship is smooth sailing or whether everything is falling into place without effort. True love, the kind of love that lasts, is not about choosing someone only when it's convenient or easy. It is about choosing to stay when things are difficult, when life throws unexpected challenges in your path. And the world we live in today, where instant gratification and convenience are often prioritized, love that requires sacrifice, patience, and hard work can seem rare. But in reality, it's the very essence of true commitment. When a man loves you, he doesn't just love you when things are going well. He loves you when life gets complicated, when schedules clash, when moods shift, or when the unexpected comes knocking at your door. He chooses to stand by you even in moments of uncertainty. He doesn't run away when things get tough. Instead, he digs deeper into the relationship, looking for solutions, supporting you in ways that go beyond the surface. This type of commitment isn't about staying for the sake of obligation. It's about loyalty and a deeper understanding that love is a living, breathing connection that requires work and intentional care. It's about being in it for the long haul, knowing that true love is not about fleeting emotions or temporary highs, but about enduring support and effort through the different seasons of life. Moreover, commitment beyond convenience means that a man isn't just around when things are easy or when he's getting what he wants. He's there because he understands that a relationship isn't transactional. It's not about counting favors or keeping score. He doesn't leave when things become hard, nor does he expect perfection. He stays because he believes in the bond that exists between the two of you. And he's committed to nurturing it, regardless of external challenges. This type of commitment requires deep emotional intelligence. It means being able to see the bigger picture, to understand that love is not always about immediate pleasure, but about building something meaningful and sustainable. It requires patience to grow together as people, the ability to communicate openly, and the willingness to work through misunderstandings, setbacks, and changes in life. When a man loves you with this kind of commitment, it speaks volumes about his character. He's not just in it for the good times. He's there for you in the hard moments because he knows that love isn't always easy, but it's always worth the effort. This is the kind of love that stands the test of time because it's rooted in a deep, enduring commitment that goes far beyond what is convenient or easy. When a man loves you, the foundation of that love is built on trust, but not just any trust. It's trust that has been earned over time through consistent actions, shared experiences, and deep vulnerability. Trust in this context is not a mere expectation. It's something that grows from the vulnerability that both partners choose to share with one another. True trust is formed when two people are willing to be open and raw, to expose the parts of themselves that they might otherwise hide from the world. Vulnerability is often seen as a weakness in today's world. People fear being seen as fragile or exposed, especially in relationships. But in reality, vulnerability is one of the most powerful aspects of any meaningful connection. When a man loves you, he doesn't just offer you the best version of himself. He offers you the version of himself that is willing to be seen, flaws and all. He will not hide behind pretenses or masks, but will instead show you his true self, even when it's uncomfortable. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest and open with each other. A man who loves you doesn't hide his fears, insecurities, or the scars from his past. He lets you see them because he knows that love isn't about perfection. It's about connection. Trust grows in the space between vulnerability and openness. It's not something that can be demanded or taken for granted. It's something that is gradually built as two people choose to be honest with one another. When a man loves you, he will not shy away from difficult conversations. He will create a safe space where you can both express your needs, your desires, your fears, and your dreams without the fear of judgment. He recognizes that true intimacy requires honesty and openness. He doesn't try to change you, nor does he expect you to be anyone other than who you are. Instead, he sees you for who you are and trusts you with the most vulnerable parts of himself. Well, this vulnerability doesn't always come easily. It's hard to show someone our weaknesses or to admit when we've been hurt. But when a man loves you, he trusts that the relationship is strong enough to hold these moments of exposure. He trusts that you will handle his vulnerabilities with care, not use them against him or dismiss them. In return, he offers you the same. He allows you to be vulnerable with him. It's a reciprocal process where both partners feel safe enough to lower their defenses and be real with each other. Vulnerability then becomes a powerful tool for deepening the connection between two people, as it allows for authentic communication and a shared understanding. However, it's important to recognize that trust and vulnerability are not without their risks. Being vulnerable means you open yourself up to the possibility of being hurt. But when a man loves you, he understands this risk. He's willing to take it because he knows that the reward, true emotional intimacy, is worth the vulnerability. He's not afraid to put himself in a position where his heart might be exposed because he understands that love isn't about playing it safe. It's about diving into the unknown with someone you trust. His trust is also not blind. It's earned through consistent actions. A man who truly loves you will show you through his behavior that he can be trusted. He won't betray your confidence, he won't dismiss your feelings, and he won't disappear when things get tough. His words will align with his actions, and over time, you will come to trust that he will always have your back, no matter what challenges arise. He doesn't take your trust for granted. Instead, he works to protect it, nurture it, and strengthen it because he knows how fragile it can be. When vulnerability and trust are present in a relationship, they form an unbreakable bond. There is no hiding, no pretending, and no fear of being rejected for who you truly are. Both partners are free to be themselves, knowing they are accepted and loved, flaws and all. And in this safe space, love can flourish, grow, and evolve into something deeper, more meaningful, and more resilient. When a man loves you, his actions will always speak louder than his words. Words are easy to say. They can be spoken in the heat of the moment, in the excitement of a new relationship, or even as a temporary reassurance when things get tough. But actions, they tell the truth. Actions are the real indicators of a person's commitment, intentions, and deep emotions. In the context of love, actions are the tangible proof that what someone says aligns with what they truly feel. Love, at its core, is not just about expressing affection through words. It's about demonstrating care, support, and attention through consistent behavior. A man who loves you doesn't need to tell you every day that he loves you, because you can see it in what he does. It's in the way he shows up for you physically, emotionally, and mentally. It's in his willingness to listen when you need to talk, to offer help when you're struggling, or to share in your successes when you're thriving. When a man truly loves you, his actions demonstrate his respect for you. He doesn't just say he respects you, he shows you by valuing your time, your opinions, and your boundaries. He respects your independence, your goals, and your need for personal space. He is intentional about creating an environment where you feel safe, supported, and understood. Respect is not about grand gestures or lofty promises. It's in the everyday actions that honor you as an equal partner in the relationship. Furthermore, actions speak louder than words when it comes to consistency. Anyone can make promises in the heat of a conversation, but it's how they follow through that really matters. A man who loves you will consistently show up, not just when it's convenient, but when it counts the most. He will be there when you need him, even when it's difficult or inconvenient. He will put in the effort to make you feel valued, even on days when life is chaotic or when he's exhausted. Love requires ongoing investment, and it's the small, consistent actions that accumulate over time to build trust and security in the relationship. Consider the little things, the way he makes an effort to remember the small details that matter to you. It might be remembering your favorite color, checking in on how your day went, or taking the time to make sure you're okay after a tough day. These are the moments that matter because they show that he is paying attention. He's not just offering empty words or promises. He is present, he is aware, and he is actively engaged in creating a connection with you. A man who loves you knows that love isn't always about grand gestures. It's about showing up in the mundane, the everyday moments. It's about making sure you feel seen and heard, even in the quiet moments. His love isn't dependent on the grandiose or the theatrical. It's in the routine actions, the simple acts of care that communicate, I'm here, I'm committed, and I value you. When a man says he loves you, you should be able to look at his actions and see the proof in them. His words should match his behavior. He doesn't need to convince you with grand declarations. Instead, he demonstrates his love by making you feel important in his life. This can come through the way he supports your dreams, shows empathy during tough times, or takes care of you when you're feeling vulnerable. Words are fleeting, but actions have the power to create lasting impact. It's through his actions that you can truly feel the depth of his love. Furthermore, actions reveal a man's true intentions. He might say one thing, but his behavior will reveal his true priorities. When someone truly loves you, they invest time and effort into the relationship, not just when things are easy, but when challenges arise as well. Words can be spoken to placate or temporarily ease a situation, but it is the actions that show whether someone is genuinely committed to building a future together. A man who loves you demonstrates through his actions that he is reliable, trustworthy, and consistent in his devotion to you. In a world full of fleeting promises and empty words, love that is demonstrated through actions becomes all the more valuable. When a man loves you, his actions give you a sense of security. You don't need to wonder if his words hold weight because his actions reassure you that they do. His love becomes something tangible, something you can see and feel, not just something you're told. And when you see a man's actions consistently align with his words, it deepens your trust in him. There is no need for constant reassurances because his behavior shows you exactly what he values and how he feels. It's through his actions that you can truly feel the depth of his commitment to you. It is in the everyday moments, the quiet, the mundane, and the sometimes even challenging that his love is made clear. When a man loves you, his love is not just about admiration or attachment. It's about a commitment to mutual growth and respect. True love does not seek to dominate or control, nor does it encourage one partner to become stagnant or subjugated. Instead, love is about two people coming together to build something stronger than they could create alone. It's about supporting each other's growth, both as individuals and as partners in the relationship. And so, mutual growth is a cornerstone of any healthy relationship. When a man loves you, he doesn't just accept you as you are and leave it at that. He sees your potential, not just in terms of your achievements or what you can do for him, but in who you are and who you can become. He encourages you to pursue your passions, your dreams, and your goals, no matter how big or small. His love is the foundation that allows you to reach higher, to push beyond your limitations, and to be the best version of yourself. He doesn't just support you in achieving your goals, he challenges you to keep growing and evolving as a person. But this support isn't one-sided. True mutual growth involves both people actively investing in their personal development and encouraging their partner to do the same. A man who loves you not only encourages you to reach for your dreams, but also pushes himself to grow alongside you. He understands that love is not about holding on to the past or expecting someone to remain the same. It's about recognizing that change is a constant, and the best relationships are the ones where both people grow and evolve together. As you grow, you will each change, adapt, and face new challenges. The key is not to resist these changes, but to embrace them, supporting each other along the way. In this growth, there is also respect. Mutual respect is a fundamental aspect of a healthy relationship. And when a man loves you, he respects you, not just for who you are at this moment, but for who you have the potential to become. He respects your opinions, your desires, and your individuality. He doesn't expect you to conform to his ideals or be who he wants you to be. Instead, he celebrates who you are and encourages you to be authentic and true to yourself. In a relationship built on mutual respect, both partners feel safe to express themselves, knowing that they are valued for their unique qualities. Respect in a relationship also means valuing each other's boundaries. A man who truly loves you will not cross boundaries that make you uncomfortable. He understands that respecting your space, your time, and your emotional needs is a crucial part of maintaining trust and harmony. He doesn't push you into doing things you're not ready for, nor does he try to change you into someone else. Respect is about acknowledging each other as equals, recognizing that both of you have unique perspectives, strengths, and weaknesses, and that these differences should be celebrated, not diminished, right? Mutual growth and respect also mean that there is room for both of you to learn from each other. Love isn't just about one partner teaching the other. It's about creating an environment where both individuals feel empowered to share, learn, and evolve together. A man who loves you listens to your ideas and respects your intellect. He doesn't seek to dominate the conversation or always have the final say. Instead, he creates a dialogue where both of your voices are heard, where you both feel valued for the contributions you bring to the relationship. This collaborative approach to problem solving and decision making strengthens the bond between you. Furthermore, mutual growth and respect mean that both partners take responsibility for their actions, admit their mistakes, and learn from them. In a relationship, no one is perfect. Both people will make mistakes, miscommunicate, or fail to live up to their own expectations. But a man who truly loves you will respect you enough to acknowledge when he's wrong, apologize when necessary, and make an effort to change. This doesn't mean perfection. It means taking ownership of one's actions and working together to find solutions. The beauty of mutual growth and respect is that they are ongoing processes. They do not stop once you reach a certain level of success or understanding. Instead, they deepen over time as both partners continue to invest in their relationship and in their individual growth. This shared commitment creates a bond that is unshakable because it is built on the understanding that both individuals are continually learning, evolving, and supporting one another. This commitment to mutual growth and respect also translates into a shared vision for the future. When both partners are growing and evolving together, they develop a shared sense of purpose, a mutual understanding of where they are heading as individuals and as a couple. They make decisions based not only on what is best for them in the present, but also on how their actions will shape their future together. They are aligned in their goals, values, and dreams, and they support each other in achieving them. This alignment creates a sense of partnership, where both individuals are working toward a common future, one that reflects their shared aspirations and mutual respect. In conclusion, when a man loves you, it is far more than just words or fleeting emotions. True love is rooted in deep commitment, trust, and vulnerability. It is built on actions that consistently show respect, care, and effort. It's a love that goes beyond the convenience of easy moments, choosing to stand strong through challenges and hardships. It's a love that fosters mutual growth, encouraging both partners to evolve, pursue their dreams, and become the best versions of themselves. When a man loves you, his love is not just a momentary feeling. It's an ongoing commitment to honor, support, and nurture the bond you share. It's a promise to stand by you through thick and thin, to be present in both the joyful and difficult moments. It's about creating a safe space for vulnerability where trust is built and maintained, where both partners are free to be their authentic selves. True love is not something to be taken lightly, nor is it something that can be sustained by words alone. It is built on action, on consistently showing up, on making choices that demonstrate care, respect, and a willingness to grow together. It's not a destination, but a journey, one that requires continuous effort, mutual respect, and a shared vision for the future. So when a man loves you, let me tell you, it's not just in the things he says, it's in everything he does. And when that love is mutual, it becomes a powerful force that not only strengthens the relationship, but also transforms both individuals into better, more fulfilled versions of themselves. This is the kind of love that lasts, a love that endures, grows, and flourishes through time.